Did you know that one of the most overlooked components of productivity is rest and relaxation? Let's get into it. Good day, YouTube. My name is Ali, and this is Work vs. Life, a show dedicated to giving you creative ideas and advice to help you win back your workday and lead a balanced life. So if we really break down what rest and relaxation is, it's a time for us to be able to take our mind off the conveyor belt of work and productivity. So this whole entire time we've been talking about pedal to the metal, productivity, be your best self, wake up early, stay up late, and become a productive machine. But I can tell you that rest and recovery is the most important thing that you should be focusing on when you plan out your workday. If you are not building your schedule around sleep and eating and taking time off, what you are creating is an unsustainable lifestyle. Because if you are not allowing yourself to rest, you are going too hard and you're going to eventually give up and slow down. Because day to day, what matters in productivity is not the amount of work you can fit into one day, it is how many times you can show up and produce quality work. So consistency is the key here, not burning yourself out. So I'm a kid that grew up in the 80s, right? And the 80s were a really interesting time because everything was all about the baby boomers and pushing yourself and waking up early and grinding it out and working 10 days a week, all of that. I absorbed that like a sponge. It was all about Tony Robbins, self-help audiobooks on cassette, and all it was about pushing yourself to your limits. And I believe that pushing yourself is a good thing. For example, I like to train for Ironmans for fun, and that is a great mentality to have, but you gotta give yourself the breaks to be able to sustain yourself. I was always the type of person that pushed and pushed and pushed and never gave myself a break. And I wore that like a badge of honor. So as I was working 16-hour days as a young kid, trying to prove myself to the world that I was the hardest working person around, I realized that this is not going to be sustainable. I need to spend time doing the things I love. I can't work 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. It doesn't mean anything. As a matter of fact, all it really does is just give you the false sense that you're working. You're literally just telling yourself that you're a hard worker, but you're not bearing any of the fruits of your hard work because you don't have time to enjoy them. This is a major issue. So this is a classic example of the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise won the race. Why? Because he went slow and steady and conserved his energy across the board and was able to cross the finish line. The hare took off too fast, didn't have a plan in place, and at the last minute decided to take a break and lost the race. And maybe the hare was just going a bit too hard and at that last moment just needed to rest for a minute, and that's when he lost his edge. This is what I'm talking about. So here are 3 tips that you could use today to help build a sustainable, productive lifestyle. Tip number 1, respect your relaxation. If you're gonna take time off, you better take that time off. Don't use the morning to catch up on emails because what you're really doing is you're just going right back to work, pedal to the metal. You're not giving yourself the time to relax. So when you relax, you almost need to relax like it's your job. So schedule that time in there and make sure that when it's your time to check out, you check out. Tip number 2, monitor your energy levels at all times. We don't check in with ourselves enough to know when we're getting tired. As a matter of fact, the only time we can sense that we are tired is when we're actually tired, and that's too late. What you want to do is create sustainability. It's like with me when I do my running races. If I start off that first mile going too hard and heavy, by the time I reach that last mile, I am dead, I'm tired, and all I want to do is take a nap. And the idea here is that you want to create the same type of sustainability in your work day or in your work week. You want to pace yourself and start off in a way where you can conserve your energy. You'll know when it's time to take a break so you have more energy as you go throughout your work day. So when you reach the end of the day, you have something in the tank. Tip number 3, you need to fight for your right to relax. Every day there's going to be people and circumstances that are going to pull you away from the things you want to do. Your relaxation. You need to have some type of communication plan in place to make sure that you have time to relax and let your mind go, or do the creative things and fun things that make you feel happy and satisfied and recharged and ready to go. Fighting for your right to relax is a mindset that I use every day because I love the people that are in my life, but I also know that I have to help myself in order to be able to help them. So make sure that this is part of your practice. If somebody calls you up and they want to take you away from that time that you were going to use to go for a bike ride or for a walk, explain to them that you're busy right now doing something and you'll get back to them later. They don't really need to know what you're doing. So creating this level of sustainability through rest and relaxation is important. You got to understand that we are not designed to go 24/7. We're designed to go for a little while and then rest. Take some time and think about the things that you can do in your life to give yourself a break and become creative, and use your planned relaxation as motivation to get your day done and move on to the things that are important in your life. I've created a video all about vacation and vacation anxiety. There's some really good advice here on how you can plan your vacation and go and relax without any stress. Check it out and let me know what you think.